see some nooks and crannies. What's going on, everybody? My name is John Serwin, and this is my kitchen. Welcome. Today, I'm going to show you how I made this homemade English muffin bread. We'll show you the techniques and how it's done coming up. Stay tuned. I've been toying around with this recipe for a little while and going to try a different hydration point this time for it. So in here, I have a cup and a half or 360 grams of some warm milk that is, let's see, between 120 and 130 degrees. What are we at? 128 degrees, perfect. I'm gonna go in with 8 grams of honey. Boom, perfect, 8 grams. And then right here, I have 10 grams of some active dry yeast. If you were gonna use instant yeast, go ahead and do only 8 grams. This is just gonna bloom the yeast because instant yeast will have no problem. They should be alive. This active dry, you gotta keep in your fridge after you open it. So that's why I put the honey, the yeast, and the warm milk in here. That should bloom it up nicely. Gonna leave this for about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and once you start seeing some bubbles and smelling that yeast, you know your yeast is alive. In my work bowl of my stand mixer, I have put, that is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, or 360 grams. So we have 360 grams of milk and 360 grams of all-purpose flour. That makes it a 100% hydration dough, I believe. You know what, if I'm wrong, someone please tell me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure when I do my pizza making stuff, you know, we do it anywhere 65%, 50%, 100% hydration. To it, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of salt, or 6 grams, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, or 1 gram. Bring our stand mixer on in, and we are gonna get this just started incorporating a little bit. Being such a sticky dough, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the paddle attachment and just start getting this mixed up just a little bit until our milk yeast honey mixture is ready to be incorporated. All right, as you can see, our yeast is bubbling up pretty good. So we are nice and active. We're gonna add it into our flour mix and mix up for our English muffin bread. In goes our milk and yeast and honey mixture. Might have to stop this and scrape down the bowl, but just gonna add this all in. I guess over about 15-20 seconds, but just wanna make sure we get pretty much all that yeast in. I'm gonna turn it off, scrape down the bowl, just use a spatula, get it all started to be incorporated, because we are gonna mix this for about a good 10 minutes, just on medium speed. It is going to be a thick, shaggy dough. 10 minutes, medium speed, which is half speed, which mine goes up to 12. One more than 11. Spinal Tap, anybody? I mean, I'm dating myself. It's not like I'm not from that generation, but I definitely have seen Spinal Tap. Anyway, it's at 12. I got it at 6, so that's half speed for 10 minutes. We'll be back when it's done. While our bread is mixing, we're gonna prep up our bread pan. I just have a cast iron bread pan that I'm gonna take about, I have a tablespoon of rendered bacon fat here that I will heat up momentarily. We're gonna move the bacon fat all around here and then go ahead and put some cornmeal. English muffins are classic with that cornmeal crust, so we're gonna make sure the cornmeal is all coated on the bottom bread with cornmeal as well. All right, bacon fat on in. It's about 1 tablespoon's worth. We're just gonna move it around, coat it up as much as we can. We'll get rid of the excess too. So I'm gonna go ahead, just this procedure, I'm gonna do this over the garbage can though, so I don't spill it all over my butcher block countertop. But yeah, try and, you flirt with danger here. That's why I'm gonna go do it over, over my garbage can. Now, same procedure, I'm gonna just go ahead. I have some cornmeal, just gonna put in as much as will stick to the fat. So put in a bunch, and we're gonna move this all around. And again, I'm gonna go over my garbage can. I guess I'm gonna do it right here and make a mess. But go all the way up to the top. Yep, I'll just clean that up. And you know what? Hey, actually this is smart of me, economical. I'm gonna save that stuff that fell out, and I'll dust the top with it. Oh man, look at that. Coming up with new plans. Adapt and overcome. So it has been a total of 8 minutes, and the dough was starting to crawl up my paddle attachment, so I'm happy with where it's at. Remember, this is a different kind of dough. It's almost like a batter, if you will. It is a bread, but it's kind of like a mixture between a batter and a bread dough. That's very sticky right now. I don't know why I'm using my fingers to do this. but you got some good pullback, and we had a total of 8 minutes. All right, come on, out of our bowl, into our bread pan, where we are gonna let it rise for 60 to 90 minutes. Very sticky stuff here. Silicone is your best friend. I do have a bowl scraper. I probably could have used that, but hey, I was already using spatula. Should probably wet up my hands, which I think I'm going to. I'm gonna wet the spatula and kind of work this thing out. Screw the spatula, gonna use my hands. All right, gonna go ahead and lightly cover this with just a towel. Actually, I'm gonna use plastic wrap, I think, because I want some of that condensation on there. Or at least I think I do. You know what? Maybe after I bake this, I might regret it, but I'm gonna go plastic wrap instead of a tea towel at this time. We'll see how she works out. We're gonna let this sit for about 60 minutes. We're gonna check it in a half hour, because once it starts crusting, I wanna put that cornmeal on top. Our bread has rested for 60 minutes, and that looks perfect, exactly where I want it. Whatever, we're gonna make a mess, but we're just gonna go ahead and put some cornmeal right on top. I wonder, maybe I should spray this with a little bit of like duck fat or something, but maybe next time. Just do some cornmeal right on top. You could do this right on top as it's rising, but I just wanted to do it right after, so it's all just on top. You know what I am gonna do though? Take out a little insurance policy, and I'm gonna put this onto a half, or really a quarter sheet pan in case something happens where it blows up too much. And into a 400-degree oven we go. Rotate it and then see if it needs to go 20 or 30 minutes total. All right, we've been in there for a total of 25 minutes, and that's what she looks like. Ooh, boy. All right, I'm gonna give this about a good 5-10 minutes before I turn it out and just put this right. Oh, maybe I should just take it out now. You know what, I'm gonna risk it, why not? That comes out, but that comes out so nicely. I am gonna do it. I'm just gonna take this, that top, let me see if I can figure this out. Oh yeah. All right, not too shabby. I'm gonna let that bread cool down and give you guys a nice close-up of this because it looks fantastic. That looks pretty good to me, folks. I'm gonna be excited on how this turns out. Feels really good, but yeah, that top. All right, gonna let that fully cool down. I see some nooks and crannies. Since we are now, a bread making household, I ended up buying one of these. It's kind of like a manual bread slicer. We're gonna see how this works out for our English muffin bread. I got it set to 1.5 inches. You know, maybe I'll go 2 inches. Let's see, wish me luck. Well, that's pretty sweet. Okay, that just glided right through. That's pretty awesome. Oh, I'm excited for that. All right, I'm gonna finish up slicing this up. Look at that, I'm pretty happy with this bread. And the other side. Look at all that cornmeal coming off. I dig it thoroughly. It's got some suction cups on the bottom here, so it doesn't really move around. It definitely works better on the countertop, but the wood, it works okay. I just had to show you guys this. I mean, that looks like an English muffin, but in bread form. I am pretty stoked with this. Just when you get down to the very end, be careful. That's all I suggest. Obviously, it's manual powered, so if you start cutting your hand, stop. I dig it.